YouTubers. Oh, hey YouTubers, sorry. My time starts a little bit slower. So I thought I'd make a video about this because it's a big part of my life right now, and future, I'm just telling the rest of you right now that yes, I do have no life because I watch TV a lot, and when bad things happen, it really hits a big part of me. You can call me a loser, you can call me a bum, whatever, but this was really a big thing right now, and I was thinking that something else would happen, you know, but it didn't, and it did, really. I was like, it made me feel like I was watching Frankenweenie, because Brian gets killed, and I'm like, I didn't know what to think. I mean, I was sitting there the whole time, and I was like, come on. I know Stewie's gonna rebuild his time machine and bring Brian back to life, and then everything will be fine, but I was wrong. Oh, that was just like, they plotted that well so that he wouldn't be able to be brought back to life. There was one thing I was paying close attention to, though, that I actually figured out. When Stewie goes to the future and meets his future self, they have Brian buried in the backyard. First of all, he's buried in the backyard. And he only died a couple years ago in that episode. But that's in the far, far future. And Brian died when Stewie was a baby. That's so messed up, though. Oh, you sit there and you think about it. He lost his best friend and he's only a baby. I'm sorry, this just really hit me hard, you guys. But he's sitting there and he's up and he's like, oh, here I am in heaven. First of all, Brian was an atheist, so how did he go to heaven? I'm just saying that, putting it out there, cause I didn't know, cause I don't think atheists go to heaven. Then the third thing, he said that he died by eating a chocolate bar out of the trash. That is wrong. That is an incorrect statement. You got killed by getting hit by a car, okay? So for you guys who didn't watch the episode, basically what it is they gave guns to the Indians, and so they had to go get them back from them, and Stewie takes apart his time machine and throws it away because it has almost got him and Brian killed numerous times. Brian finds a hockey net at the dump, and they were going to play street hockey. Brian goes out in the street. Stewie said he was going to be right back. He went up to the door. Brian started putting it together in the street. Some crazy driver came down the street and ran over Brian when Stewie warned him, but Brian didn't react fast enough. He got hit, and they all started freaking out, and they took him to the vet. And they said that he didn't have much longer to live, so go tell him goodbye. They go in there, and they're crying. He said that he loved them very much, and they're the best people ever, you know. They thought they needed another dog to get over it, and so they adopt a dog named Vinny, who's like Brian, but he's not. He talks and he walks, but he's Italian. And then Stewie was crying outside. Vinny goes outside and asks him what's wrong. He tells him about Brian, and then Vinny tells him he went through the same thing with his owner. And then they hug, and they're best friends now because they're both going through the same thing. Now, at this point in the episode, at the end of the episode, when they hug, I'm sitting there thinking, crap, he's not coming back. But first, after they hugged and they went inside, it went to a commercial, and I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen next? And then it goes to the next show, and it has like all the closed captionings for Family Guy, and I'm like, he's dead. Oh my gosh, this morning I told my friend Harley, and she's like, nuh-uh. And I'm like, yeah, Brian died. And she's like, seriously? Permanently? I'm like, Yep. And she's like, oh my gosh, they killed Brian! And then I walked up to Kai and I said, did you watch Family Guy last night? And then she puts her head on my shoulder and she goes, they killed Brian! Family Guy, I watch a lot of Family Guy. Family Guy is kind of a big part of my life. It's one of my favorite shows, you know? And Brian and Stewie were my favorite characters. And having Brian be killed off and then knowing he's not coming back, I was like, what am I supposed to, I don't, it's kind of like how I reacted on American Dad when, they kidnapped Jeff, the aliens did, and, they almost killed him, you know? Or no, they didn't almost kill him, but they, I don't know. But I was sitting there and I was like, and then the further, Jeff got in the escape pod, and I've been wondering why it's been taking him so long to get back, but he said, take me back to Earth, and she's like, there's like 6 billion Earths or something like that. And he's like, okay, let's go to the first one. I was sitting there, and I was thinking, it's gonna take you forever to get back. You should have just said Earth in the Milky Way. If I was in that situation, I would have said Earth in the Milky Way, but then again, they were making the point to us that he doesn't really pay attention and stuff, so. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video about me freaking out about Brian dying, because I was like, tell me in the comment sections below what your reaction to Brian's death was, because I was devastated. Just tell me in the comment section and leave me a like or something. Alright, peace out.